This is Jake Hanning with the Hanning 500, the show where I cover one of the things that I'm working on this week. And I invite you to practice along with me. All right, this week I'm going to be covering 2 tips on how you can overcome slumps in your dancing. I was recently asked by a couple people my recommendation, and here's my first tip. Try something completely different. We all like to focus on our favorite topics, but that's probably exactly what you've been focusing on to try to get out of a slump, so it's time to try something different. First, we have to find what type of ability you like to focus on, and I like to divide things into 5 A's or 5 abilities. Dance ability, West Coast ability, social ability, musical ability, and partnering ability. So dance ability, how much do you move? Do you like to focus on things like posture and technique? West Coast ability, how much do you focus on West Coast swing? Are you always trying to learn new patterns and syncopations? Social ability, how much do you perform? Do you dance for fun? Do you go to party? Do you have a clear psychological state of mind for the Jack and Jills that you're entering into? Musical ability, how musical are you? Do you focus on listening to the music? Do you listen to lots of music? Do you try to make the music come alive with your dancing? Partnering ability. How much do you focus on your partner? Are you relating to them? Are you adapting to them? Do you keep open communication with them? Once you pick what type of ability you like to default to, you can then choose a different one to work on for a change. Try rating yourself on each of the 5 A's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best in the world, and then picking the lowest one to focus on. Go get a block of lessons from an instructor that you feel can really help you improve on that ability and ask to focus on that. As you practice, don't think about your favorite ability, just focus on the one that you're working on right now. For example, if you like technique and work on straightening your legs, you might want to try dancing bent kneed for a while so you can be free to focus on your new and different topic. Now tip 2. Change your self-talk. W. Timothy Galloway talks about the relationship of self-1 to self-2 in his book, The Inner Game of Tennis. He was able to make large improvements with his students by helping them remove any judgment about the action that they were doing and only observing it and the results. So to apply to dance, self-1 is your inner teller and self-1 is your inner doer. Most of us use self-1 to judge self-2, as in do it right, straighten your leg. That wasn't right. You just can't get it. You need to focus. You need to try harder. If you change that to self-1 just observing self-2, which is your body and its natural ability to do things, self-2 now has the room to quickly make the adjustments necessary. This might look like this. The old way would be, that was wrong. You didn't prep. You need to try harder. The new way would be, well, that spin wasn't as fast as what we're shooting for. One reason this works well is because the more self-1 makes commands, the tenser you get and the harder it is to move. So the 2 biggest tips I would give for breaking out of slump are focus on something different than usual and make observations, not judgments. So this is Jake Hanning, signing off for the Hanning 500. If you like these tips and you'd like to hear some more, just feel free to email me. If you have any suggestions of your own, send that email over and keep on practicing.